Okay, so continuing the quick prelude. TV static. Okay, so I was going to make it all fancy and flash up on the screen one of those. That's a TV screen, an analog TV screen. We also see lines in the sky and those colours as well. Another analog TV screen, emphasising the blue here. There we have a blue beam. Zoom in on this one. This is my pond, not my pond, but the pond. I have not edited this in any way. This is a screenshot from filming the ducks and things, and the poles are blue. They're wooden poles, and they're blue. Okay, what's next? The V manor, that shape is a tiny version of other repeating patterns. I don't know if you see it in this video or the next one. I'm doing a prelude, in case I haven't already said that, to something else, another video. Yeah, so that is a repeating pattern, from tiny right up to big ones in the sky, in the clouds. Okay. Oh, and also the little ones, if you've watched this video, you see them flashing. That's the frequencies, the static, the repeating patterns, the V's, the circles, the invisible shapes, big and little. Anyway, I've said all of this on my channel. I'm sorry, but I'm rushing through this. I wanted this to be a good video, and now I have to rush. I hope this shows up on screen. That's the static. That is the static, the repeating patterns, the V's, the invisible shapes, the big ones in the clouds, the big shadows in the clouds. These are on a tiny scale. They're the the glitter that we see at night. They are the frequency, the directed energy that was used in the blue flashy skies just before Christmas in the United States and elsewhere in the world that we have been seeing since. There has been a few other incidents, not with transformers, but with the blue flashy sky. And these, all these dark bits, they're the holes that we see in the clouds, I reckon. That's just my opinion. That guide the frequencies, the plasma screen, the grid. Yeah, so anyway, that's that. I think this is just another example of that. Yeah, see? My sky, this morning I went out there to let the cats in, and it was still dark, and there was it wasn't clear. There was that hazy fog that I see through the day over the trees, except it was really thick, but it was really thin particles and there was no moisture in it. And yeah, it was just really eerie to see at night. And then today, when I walked outside after the sun came up, there was no spraying. The sky was just thick. It was just thick. It had a thick white layer, but it was haze all over the sky. To anyone who is not awake, it would seem like a normal blue sky to them, but it was just thick with haze. And I saw the odd plane, and it seemed to, I think I saw about 2 planes, and I couldn't see long trails behind them, and suddenly they were there and then weren't there, and I think it's because the haze was so thick. It was so thick that the planes were just disappearing in and out of it, and you couldn't see the trails they were leaving behind. Anyway, which all ties in with the frequency. Anyway, as per usual, I hope I explained this right. If I could have done a cool little upbeat music little video with this and just shown pictures and put in some text, I would have been able to make it simple and easy to understand. Some of you have seen this before. This matches the Morphe directed energy weapon that was filmed in Louisiana. That matches a screenshot that I took of it. Exactly matches it. And that's my sky. All of these things are my sky. This is all evidence that I've seen here in Canberra. That I've been seeing since last year. I've been seeing for a year, and it's all like everybody else is starting to see it now. And back then people thought I was crazy, but I'm not going to get into that either. So I've been holding on to this 418 connection just because I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't want people to think I was crazy because I felt like nobody else could see it. This is the it was on Mr. MB333 just the other day. People are catching more and more of this. I caught it last year. This is from last year. Sorry if I sound a little frustrated, but I've been seeing all this stuff. I've been saying all this stuff. I've been showing all this stuff. And I'm not a big channel anyway. And now that they're censoring all of the smaller channels, barely anyone gets to see the truth. Anyway, that's more evidence of frequency 418. Okay, we're back to that. Right. These two are the ones that weren't working, so I'm just going to go into the tone generator. Okay, I typed 418. In the next video that I put up, I've already made it. I just have to I've uploaded it. I just have to put links in the description, and then I'll make it public. Anyway, it's on the next video. What inspired me to type in 418 and do all this frequency research and connect everything. Okay, it was a different tone generator that I used back then. It was a free one. It expired, so I have a different one now. Back then, in the other one, I typed in sine, which was blue. It wasn't separate. It was sine, and it had in brackets blue. So anyway, we'll play that one. Sound familiar? It matches the TV signal sound back in analog TV days when the TV stations didn't go all night and they put the test pattern up. And the static. They would play some music when the channel ended, or they'd play the Australian anthem, and then everything would go off and it'd just be the test pattern and that's frequency 418. And TVs, as we know, are the ultimate mind control program. The entire world is controlled by TV and the media. So just keep that in mind for my next video. It's quite interesting. I hope it makes sense, and I'm sorry it's long. I hope you watch it all the way through. I think I've said everything I need to say here. Okay, alright, love you guys, and talk soon. See yous.